Love and light, sweethearts, and welcome back to another episode about the world religions. All right. The first episode was about the golden rule. The second one was about the 4 world views, and you can find these videos on any of my platforms. But if you go to my YouTube channel and find the playlist entitled World Views or World Religions, I can't remember what it was, then you can find and you can locate the videos more expeditiously. Okay. But without further ado, we're going to tap into the prehistoric history, okay, in regards to religion. I think I said that wrong. But anywho, this chapter is chapter 1 of the book, and it's entitled Prehistoric Religion. And we're going to go into religion before Christ type energy. Before we got these different religions, where did religion get religion, if that makes sense? Let's tap in. Through their explorations and diggings, archaeologists have learned much about our ancestors from their tools, pottery, carvings, and ruins. Yet, in the absence of recorded history, this information can only be speculative. The first written records appear about 5000 BC, which means that for tens of thousands of years before Abraham in 1850 BC, human societies existed of which we know almost nothing, okay? Now, today is the consequence of what has gone before, so that existing cultures provide clues about the past, which sometimes reveal a complete way of life. Religious historians often begin by studying the mythologies and cultures of primitive people living at the present time. By comparing the beliefs, practices, and artifacts of such people with the ancient remnants discovered by archaeologists, they are able to discern elements common to both cultures. No religion can be reduced to any one form or structure, although common elements are found in many widely separated cults. Certain beliefs may predominate in certain societies, but never exclusively. Different rites, myths, and symbols coexist in every religion. Ancient man, no doubt, had crude theologies and moral systems with severe taboos. Most prehistoric societies also had liturgies related to hunting, fertility, and puberty. Initiation ceremonies and burial rites and rituals were most probably common to all tribes. Now, here we start to go deeper into the emergence of polytheism, all right? It says, long after the Neanderthal man, which was 180,000 BC, primitive men struggled in intellectual darkness. The forces of nature, such as tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, scorching sun, were frightening to him, either in their own right or as forces animated by some mysterious being, all right? Now, since he had no satisfactory explanation of recurring natural calamities, he always felt threatened by unseen powers lurking behind visible reality, all right? Now, remember, we're talking about the Neanderthal man, okay? You see, early man was in constant communication with the spirit world through his mental defensive system expressed through rituals and incantations. Now, most of the polytheistic systems had a network of minor deities. A person could call on the god or gods who had jurisdiction over a specific problem. There was a god for each village, a god for the mountain nearby, a god for the wind and the river. In fact, everything seemed to be animated by the spirits, even the animals, right? See, animism is the name given to this form of primitive worship. Overall, the primitive man had a questioning mind. The presence of mythologies having a multiplicity of gods does not lead to the denial of an instinctive awareness of one supreme being. On the contrary, it seems to support it. This opinion is shared by most religious historians today, okay? Religious historians today. When the help of all other gods and goddesses has proved disappointing, the Oran turned to their supreme god, which was known as Dharmesh, all right? We're now going to tap into briefly a little information in the book about rites of initiation. It says initiation rites are common to nearly all religions, okay? And our primitive ancestors had elaborate rituals, painfully and meticulously detailed to achieve a specific purpose. For an example, The rites of initiation into puberty are classic examples. They always involve a symbolic death followed by a symbolic resurrection, all right? The revelation of tribal doctrinal secrets to the candidate constitutes the new life, the new experience of the sacred, which will characterize his or her admission to adult circles. We now move into the section of the book talking about the fear of the unknown, okay? And starting off, we're talking about an Australian tribe, okay? And forgive me if I butcher the name, all right? It says, remember the Kaurajiri are a primitive tribe living today in Australia. And for those of you who want to do more research, the name is spelled Karadjeri, all right? The ancient burial rituals discovered through archaeological diggings correspond in many details with the practices of contemporary primitives, all right? See, much more must be learned to fill the gaps, though, in our knowledge. The contemporary New Zealand Aborigine is careful to bury his hair, nail clippings, and waste materials, all right? Because he is afraid that some hostile person or spirit may come into possession of something that was part of his own body, and that enemy would automatically have power to do him physical harm. Anybody else got grandmas or grandparents, some old school people, who be on that type of time? See? When it comes to the voodoo doll of Haiti, is based on a similar principle. By doing harm to a replica of a person, the person is struck by the evil spell. All kinds of incantations and counterattacks are designed to protect against this, though. The prayers and music of witches, shamans, or medicine men are designed to allay such fears, all right? When it comes to the Lango, are a Nilotic, work with me, people. They are long-limbed, black, lean, and muscular, okay? Forgive me for Nilotic. Y'all work with me, okay? But they worship ancestral spirits as well as the one high god they call Jok or Jok, J-O-K, all right? See, no one has ever seen him, and they think of him as the winds. When many deaths occur at once because of disease or pestilence, they attribute it to the path of Jok. And lastly, from Jok, a ghost here and there can spring loose. Sometimes a ghost will come back to haunt or annoy the family of his former enemies. A shrine is then built to pacify him. Once in a while, a ghost will not be satisfied and will continue to harass that tribe or person, okay? So it becomes necessary to put him or her to rest once and for all. But then again, that's at that point you need to summons a medicine man, etc. Okay? So, again, with all that being said, baby, when it comes to religion prehistorically, okay, it's like there's nothing new under the sun. It's like it's more than one way to skin a cat. Everybody was doing the same thing, just different ways. Listen, honey, with all that being said, I love knowledge. Okay, knowledge really does make me feel powerful. I feel that's why they say knowledge is power. And shout out to John Couture, however you pronounce his name, for this book. Again, purchase it if you feel that. But we're gonna break it down together. All right. Chapter 1, the introduction, like I said, we talked about the golden rule. Chapter 1 was prehistoric religion to give us a starting point, the seed, so we can go and figure out how the flower actually bloomed, all right? Next episode is going to be chapter 2, and we're going to dig into the Egyptian civilization. Love and light.